Shalom, 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 mishpacha wahabarim, shalom, shalom, weberakot, shalom and blessings, shalom, peace, wellness, wholeness, completeness to family and friends out there. It's your girl Shanti Doc. Let me get a few things set up here before I really get into this thing here. A couple of people wanted me to tag them while I'm doing this here live. So let me tag them now. Let's see if they come in. Shalom, sis. Let's see if I can tag Ron in here. Uh, okay, there go the tag. There go the tag. And then let me see if I could tag someone else. Yeah, shalom, sis. How you doing, Sister Vanessa? All right, cool. All right. So let me back out of this. Okay. I wanted to back out of that. It's always something new I'm learning. So I'm using the StreamYard. I've been using the StreamYard to broadcast live to YouTube. However, I'm trying out the new multi-stream with going live on Facebook at the same time. And I'm not gonna be long. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be long. All is well with me and mine. Uh, lit the menorah. Well, lit the Hanukkah. Lit the Hanukkah because it's a 9 branch Hanukkah for Hanukkah instead of the 7 branch standard menorah for Hanukkah. So yeah. All right. Let's zoom that down just a little bit. All right. Okay. So with that being said, shalom, shalom. How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good evening. I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm really not gonna make this too long. This is not gonna be a thorough lesson that I do um, a lot of the time when I'm on my YouTube. But yep, Shanti Doc here on the Facebook, on YouTube 916 Sean. I wanted to do this because I normally put up some scripture from the Tanakh, and I normally put up some scripture from or some text or passages from the SBL Greek New Testament. I put up scriptures from the Tanakh, that's the Old Testament, and I usually put them in Hebrew from the Biblia Hebraica Stugartensia, right? People probably, of course, don't know how to translate that or what that means. They'll probably just copy and paste into Google Translate or something and try to find out what the verse is saying, or they'll just go to the verse in English, right? So um I also put up some SBL Greek New Testament Society for Biblical Literature New Testament passages. I put those up because it motivates me and encourages me to stay on track, stay on the path to disciplining myself, staying in line with learning the biblical languages, learning the original biblical languages, right? And it keeps me in a good pace to keep reading, keep studying, keep learning, keep grinding. And so with that being said, I just wanted to put out certain texts, not that I've shared already, but a different one a different one from the Hebrew and from the Greek. So I'm going to take my time just reading a few verses from a good passage that I got inspired to do this past week. There was a post put up, and I put up my opinion about it. And I'm going to actually connect the passage from the Greek New Testament to the Tanakh, to the Hebrew Old Testament. Right. So I'm going to do Luke chapter 4 verses 14 to 21, and then I'm going to do Isaiah 61 verses 1 to 3. And this is because I was inspired to answer what's the gospel, and what's the gospel or the good news, what's the message of salvation and things of that nature, right? So um let me go ahead and get to it. Let me share my screen here. See if yeah, I do. Okay. I think this is screen 2. Okay. Why? Okay. All right. Whoops. Okay. Let's move that out the way. All right. So I believe you all can see Luke chapter 4. Believe this is starting at verse 14. Now I'm going to read and I'm going to translate as I go along. I'm going to parse out what I can. Parse out means give whether a word is a noun, or an adjective or a verb. And then you have to decipher, like, if it's a verb, whether it's a first, second, or third person doing it, whether it's a participle. A lot of time in the Greek, whether it's active, indicative, or subjunctive. There's some things I haven't learned yet. I have like 4 more chapters to go in the book I'm reading. Right. So let me go ahead and get this in. Okay. So Luke chapter 4 verse 14. Um, Kai hupes trepsin ha Jesus en te du dyname tu pneumatas esten Galilean. So pretty much that is, and Jesus returned. So Jesus, Yeshua returned um, in the strength or power of of the Spirit into Galilee. All right. So I believe I'll parse out certain words that I remember, right? Just bear with me. But I'm just showing the rewarding challenges it is that I go through learning the biblical languages, right? So hupe strepsin, I believe that's if I'm not mistaken, that is it's an act. I think it's active indicative. Aorist active indicative, right? Aorist active indicative. Returned. Aorist active indicative. Uh, Something that's already done. And bear with me, right? The root word. Not too sure on that one, but it's actually hupestero, I believe hupestero. I have to check on that one. All right. I think pneumatos, the spirit of That's actually what is it? It's a third declension noun. I believe it's in its I believe it's in its nominative singular. It's the subject of the sentence, right? Let's go to the next sentence because I got a lot to read, right? Okay, right here. So kai feme exelten kat halestes perukoru perukoru peri autu, and that is kai feme and feme report a report. Exelten went out or went forth. Kata throughout. Halas the whole or the entire. Um, Perokoru, like neighboring region. Peri about him. Autu's him. All right, all right. Him. That's actually genitive personal pronoun. It's in the possessive type form there. Okay, verse 15 of Luke 4. So kai autas edidaskin in tais synagogais auton daxa zamenas hupo panton. So that is, and he Edidaskin was teaching in tais synagogais in pretty much in the synagogue. So Alton is there. So that's pretty much it's a genitive plural. Their synagogue. So and he was teaching in their synagogues. Daxa daxa zamenas hupo paton, being glorified hupo by panton also. Edidaskin, I believe when I said was teaching. Um, that's actually that's imperfect. That's what is that? It's either an aorist or it's imperfect. Passive, passive, third person masculine singular, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then doxa zamenas, that's a participle, being glorified. That's a it's a passive participle. So it's a passive participle. I'm forgetting whether it's perfect or not, but it's a passive participle, right? These are the struggles. See, I'm still learning. All right, verse 16. Um, Kai elten es naxara uh, hu ein tetramenas kai exelten kata ta ietas auto ente uh, herema ton sabaton esten synagogen kai aneste ana anaganonai. Okay, so verse 16, Luke 4. So and he entered into Nazareth, which was pretty much that's a participle, the place he was brought up, right, nurtured. And Kai is in Exelthan. Um, well, wait. No. Exelthan is entered. Elthane, Elthane right here is came. Okay, and this is entered because ice is into, so entered. So Kai is Elthane, and he entered Katata Eotas according to the custom um to him, Alto to him, Inte Hemera, in the day of the Sabbaths, right? Esten gain gain Kai Aneste Anagonai. So he it was his custom to enter into the synagogues, the Sabbaths, um, in the Sabbath, and next day he rose up to read. Pretty much, he rose up to read. All right, let's see, verse 17. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Kai epidathe auto biblion to prophetu. Uh, what's that? Iezayu. Iezayu kai anaptuzax ta biblion Uraintan tapan hu ein gegramenan. So 17. So and having been given, pretty much having been given to him um, biblion to the scroll uh, of prophet prophet Yesaiah, Isaiah, uh, kai anaptuzax ta biblion uraintan tapan hu ein gegramina. So and unrolling the scroll he found, uh, ton tapon the place which was having been written. So having been written, that's this right here is a perfect passive. That's a perfect passive participle right there. And epidate, I believe, unrolling. That's pretty much that's an aorist. What is that? It's a certain aorist. I can't, I can't remember everything, but it's an aorist. Um, Let me continue. So, because I don't want to make this long, because it's long, right? It's long when I'm translating. I still haven't got to Isaiah 61 yet, right? Okay. What up, Shika? What's going on? Shalom, shalom. The challenge, huh? Yeah, I'm trying. All right. So verse 18. Pneuma curio ep emi who eneken ekrisen me uangelisastai patokoi apostelken me keruzai. What's that? Ike malotois. Ike malotois. Afesen kai tiflois anablepsin. Apostelai. Tet tetraus menus en aphese. And let me continue with verse 19. So kedexai eniauton kuriu dekton. So verse 18. So uh pneuma curio eb me. So spirit of the Lord is upon me. Um uh because because uh, he has anointed me to bring the good news. That's uangelisastai petokoi. I think that's to the poor, the afflicted. Um, apostel Cain, he has sent me. Apostel Cain, he has sent, and then me, keduxai, to proclaim Ike malotois, um, to captives, facing a liberty, right? Kai tuflois anablepsim, and to blind ones, anablepsim, a restoration of sight, pretty much. Aposteli, um, aposteli, what's that? Tetraus, tetraus menus en aphese, um, sending to those who crushed, to the ones who are crushed and bruised, um aphese, a forgiveness, um a forgiveness, right? A pardoning, if you will, right? And then verse 19, keduxai Enialton Curia Detan. So that is to proclaim an acceptable no no to proclaim a year. Enialton, that's a year of the Lord, which is acceptable. Detan, which is acceptable. Right. Okay, so verse 20 and 21 is the last verses I'll read from Luke 4. I'm not going to make this long, as I said. Shalom, shalom, sister. Okay, see us. Shalom, shalom. All right. So, verse 21 and 22. Actually, no, what I say, verse 20 and 21, right? Okay. So, verse 20, let's see. Kai Petuxas ta Biblion Apadus to, what is that? Huperete akatisen. Kai Panton Oi Aftalmoi Ente Sunagoge Esan Atenizantes Alto. So pretty much, and what is that? And rolling up. Kai Patuxox is rolling up Ta Biblion, the scroll. Apadus to Huperete, having given it back to the servant or the attendant. Ekatisen, he sat down. Okay, he sat down. Um, and then Kai Panton on Oi Aftalmoi Ente Synagogue Synagogue Esan Atenizantes Alto. So pretty much and all the ones who the eyes of the ones, all eyes in the synagogue, they were uh gazing to him, gazing to him. Right. I know this word is a participle. Okay. This word right here, the asan, I believe that's the imperfect of ami. I'm remembering these. This is the eyes of the ones. Uh, I know that's a plural, but see, these are the things we gotta. I have to practice just a little bit more of parsing, right? But I've never done a parsing on the fly. This is my first time live, right? Other times I've been on the YouTube, having practiced a lot. All right, last verse for Luke chapter 4, verse 21, and then I'll go to Isaiah 61. All right. Exato de legain pros autus hati semeran peplerotai he graphe alte entois osin himon. And that is exato de legain. And and he began legan to say pros toward out to them, right? That's a personal a pronoun. That's a dative. I remember that. Hati, that the preposition. Semeron today. Peplerotai has been filled. Okay, so he began to say to them that today has been filled. Hegrafe, the scripture. I'll tell you pretty much this scripture in Tois Osin Himon, in your ears, in your ears, right? All right, this is one of my boring videos, but all right, and I'm testing out this multi-stream too. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so let's get to the Hebrew, shall we? I'm probably more better versed in parsing in the Hebrew, but we shall see. All right, and then I'm gonna end this video because I'm not trying to be long. Shalom, shalom, sister Natasha. How you doing? We got some East Coast people up on the late night. You know what I mean? And happy Hanukkah to those who are celebrating. All right. So the good news, the gospel, Isaiah 61. This is what Yeshua Messiah, for those who believe in Yeshua Messiah, was reading when uh, Luke in the Gospels I just read in chapter 4 said, he stood up to read in the synagogue. He asked for a scroll of Isaiah. And, in the scroll back then, they did not have anything numbered like we do. They didn't have any number 1, 2, 3 or Aleph Bet Gimel Dalet Hay on the side to give them the number of chapter or number of verse. They didn't have any of that. So I think that's quite amazing that Yeshua rolled open the scroll and went all the way to chapter 61, of course, on his own. Why? Because he's Mashiach. He can do that. All right. All right. So let me continue here and then I'll be done. I don't know. Oh, I'm 26 minutes on this thing. Okay, here we go. So switching from Greek to Hebrew, right? I'll really be doing it. All right, here we go. Verse 1, Isaiah 61, verse 1. Ruach Adonai Yahweh al Ya'an Mashach Yahweh Oti Lebaser. What is that? Ani, excuse me, Anawim Shelachani Lahabosh Lenishbere Leb Likro Lishbuyim Dero Ula Asurim Pechak Koak. And that is Ruach Adonai Yahweh, spirit of Adonai, spirit of my master Yahweh, or my master Yahweh, Alai is upon me, Ya'an, because Mashak, he has anointed. Who has anointed? Because Yahweh, Mashak Yahweh Ot, he has anointed Yahweh, me. Um, um, Lebaser Anawim, to bring the good news, Anawim, to those who are poor, afflicted, and needy. Shelachani, he has sent me, Lahabosh, to bind up Le Nishberi, Le, those who are broken in the heart. Likro, uh, Lishbuyim, to proclaim, what is that? Uh, excuse me. That's Shabbat. Shabbat Daror. What would that be? Shabbat is the root. I know Shabbat is the root. I gotta get to the I gotta get to the root. Excuse me. Okay. See, this the struggle. This is the struggle and this is the challenge. All right. All right. Um. Oh, okay. Shabbat, to be taken captive. Okay. So likro, to proclaim, Ilishbuyim, to the captives, Deror, the liberty, the forgiveness, the pardoning, yeah, and Wela Asurim, and to the ones imprisoned, um, the prison doors being open, right? A pekakoak, the prison doors being open. Okay, right? Woo! Just the struggle, y'all. All right. Verse 2, Isaiah 61, verse 2. Sorry, my hands are cold. Here we go. Likro, Shenat Razon La Yahweh Weyom Nakam, what's that? Lelohenu lenachem kol abelim. So pretty much a likro to proclaim. Um, what is that? To proclaim Shana. Okay, to proclaim the year that's acceptable to Yahweh, the acceptable year of the Yahweh, and the day, Nakam, that's what it is, Nakam of vengeance, Lelohenu of our Elohim, vengeance of our Elohim, Le Nachem, to comfort all Kol Abelim, those who are mourning, right? I think the Mashak here, let me go back to verse 1, see if I could parse a little bit. Mashak, that's actually the call. That's the perfect. That's the call perfect. Um, that's the call perfect, the cow perfect from Mashak, right? Le Baser, I think that's the PL infinitive construct because the Basar is the good news of the gospel. Shelachani, I think the root word is shalak for that, but this is a first person common plural. That's what is it? It's called it's a cow. I think it's a cow perfect, I believe, and lachabush, lenish bere, to bind up. Uh, that's not. I don't think that's a. It might be a PL. That might be a PL infinitive construct as well. It might be, but I'm really really rusty, right? Uh, what's this? Shabbat. This is a participle right here, I believe, or it's a passive participle, I believe. And then Asar, Wela Asurim. I think that's a passive participle as well. Um, okay. And verse 2, um, let me see. Naham. I think that's a PL. I think that's a PL infinitive construct as well. I have to go back because I'm definitely a lot rusty. I'm a lot rustier, more than I want to be. But hey, this is live. Like I said, you got to practice, practice, practice. Right? But this is off the rip, just going back and forth between Hebrew and Greek, going back and forth between Greek and Hebrew. All right. So let me finish this out real quick. Isaiah 61 verse 3. Lasum la belle, Zion, Latet Lahem, Pe'er, Tahat Efer, Shemain, what is that? Soson Tahat Ebel, Mate, Tehillah, Tahat Ruach Keha, Wekora Lahem, Ele Hasedek, Matach Yahweh, Le heat pa'er. This is a heat pa'el right here. Heat pa'el is something you do to or for yourself, right? I know that off bat. All right, so let me go translate. Peace, peace, brother Vinny. What's happening? All right, you get to see my struggles. Get to see my struggles with reading biblical Hebrew, reading biblical Greek, trying to parse things out and trying to make sure I understand the vocabulary and how to translate stuff, right? So here we go. Okay, verse 3 to translate. So lasum la beli zion, what is that? To appoint, to the ones mourning in Zion, to give la tet lahem, to give to them, pe'er, what's that? Beauty, tahat, um, beauty, tahat instead of afer, ashes, shemen, oil, sason, oil of joy, tahat instead of a bell, mourning. Um, Mate tehila. Mate tehila is the garment of praise. Uh, Tahat instead of ruach uh, keha, instead of the spirit of heaviness. Wekara, wekara lachem, and they will be called lahem, and will be called to them. They will be called uh, LA, trees, Hasedek, righteousness, Matah Yahweh Lehit Pa'er. So Matah Yahweh, Matah is a planting, something that's established from Yahweh, um, Lehit Pa'er, uh, to be a planting of established for glorification, to be glorified, right? So let me see. Tehillah, praise. Not gonna say much. Like I said, that's a heat pael right there. But okay. So I'm gonna close this out. Let me stop this share. Let me stop the screen share. I think I can send this back over here. Okay, cool. So I've been on here long enough. um, I actually wanted to do that. This video, put this up here. I didn't do much like I wanted to. It's a daunting, challenging task. However, instead of just putting up the pictures of me sharing a verse in biblical Hebrew or sharing a few passages in biblical Greek, I pretty much wanted to do a live posting of me actually reading what I put up. I haven't put this passage up yet necessarily, but I just went ahead and did that. Um, so with that being said, um, y'all have a good and blessed week. For those who are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Um, Remember to show love, compassion, grace, mercy, long suffering, and pray for our people. I know what season it is for those of us who no longer celebrate what the majority of the world is celebrating right now. However, just have some understanding, as most of us were once there, and have some patience with the people who are emotionally attached and tied to those things, and heavily assimilated into the culture of European Western traditions. All right. So just, have some understanding. Um, there is a grace period. Uh, Prayerfully, the ones who don't know, hopefully they seek. And to the ones who do know, I pray that, you know, uh, the spirit of deception doesn't run too wild and free out there, right? However, to the ones celebrating Hanukkah, enjoy your time, enjoy the Festival of Lights. This is a time to remember the rededication of the temple when it was profaned and desecrated by Antiochus Epiphanes. And we can also self examine our own temple, cleanse it, purge it, and rededicate our temple to the Most High Yahweh. All right. All right. With that being said, I love y'all. I love y'all with the love of the Most High. Let me leave you with the priestly Aaronic blessing. Ye barechacha Yahweh weishmaraka. Ya'er Yahweh panav elecha wihuneka. Yesa Yahweh panav elecha wa yasem lacha shalom. And that is, may Yahweh bless you and keep you. May Yahweh make his face to shine on you and show you his favor. May Yahweh give you his peace. May Yahweh lift up his countenance towards you. Excuse me. That means accept you. And may he grant you his peace, his shalom, his completeness, his wellness, his wholeness. All right. All right. I'm out of here. Shabbat. Have a good and restful. Excuse me, not Shabbat, Shavua Tov. Have a good and progressive, successful week. And if there's any questions or concerns or comments you have, just hit me up about this Hebrew and about this biblical Greek. All right. All right. Y'all have a good night. Lila Tov. Love y'all.